CES took place about a week ago, but here I am telling you more about it. Hi, welcome to Z Gadget Review. In this video, I'm going to be talking about all the CES TV announcements that we got about a week ago. Now we have announcements for upcoming TVs from LG, Hisense, TCL, and Samsung. Sony did not announce any TVs this year. They talked about micro LEDs, but nothing specific about their coming 2024 lineup. So you won't see anything about Sony TVs in this video. So let's get started. Let's start with LG. I already covered LG's announcements for 2024 in a separate video, so I'm going to link it in the description section if you want to go and watch this video. This specific announcement is in regards of their transparent TV. LG has been showing off its transparent OLED technology in different forms for a few years now at CES. This technically is the first time that they're going to bring it into a consumer model. They announced the OLED Signature T TV, which is a combination of a transparent TV with the rollable TV, which is why it carries the signature label. Now, this TV is going to come at 77 inches. This TV will also be wireless, which means that it's going to come with the Zero Connect box. And it makes sense. If you have a transparent TV, there's nothing behind that screen. So it will be pretty hard to figure out where to put those HDMI ports and things like that. The whole idea of the TV is that it's very thin, like an OLED TV is, and it looks like a piece of glass that can display images. The rollable part comes in where if you want to use a TV like a regular TV, what you will do is you will roll up that part of the screen, which they're calling a contrast screen. And this is a black screen that rolls behind the transparent OLED screen to give you the full brightness of the OLED TV. The OLED Signature T is going to use the newest AI chip from LG that is going to also be coming in on the M series TV and the G series TV. Of course, the TV is going to be 4K. Now, the TV, as you can see on these images, looks like it's part of a piece of furniture. LG said that they're not sure if they're going to be selling the TV in this form, but the TV will come in three different forms. You're going to have a standalone, which it means that you can put a stand on it, a way to lean it against the wall, and finally a wall-mounted option. Now, LG is planning on shipping this TV later this year. They haven't given an actual release date or pricing, but if you've seen the LG Signature in the past, a rollable TV, that TV cost $100,000 when it first came out. So I don't expect this TV to be any cheaper than that, especially because it's, the whole transparent thing. The other downside about this TV besides the price is that this TV isn't going to include the MLA technology, which is the brightness booster technology that LG has announced for the M series and G series. So this is going to be a regular OLED screen without any bells and whistles. And so you will be paying a lot of money for technically a lower quality image than if you went with an M series or G series. Let's talk about TCL. TCL showed up at CES with a plethora of TVs, and I was surprised at how many TVs they announced at CES 2024. So let's get started. TCL is going to come with the QM751G, and this is going to be a 4K QLED mini LED TV. That TV is going to offer 120 Hz refresh rates, going up to 144 Hz refresh rates via VRR, thanks to TCL's game accelerator. So once you are playing games, if you have something that can support 144 Hz refresh rates, this TV will be able to support it. The TV will also support AMD FreeSync Premium. It's going to be an IMAX enhanced panel. That TV is going to support Ultra HDR and Dolby Vision Q. This TV is going to be bright. This TV can hit up to 2000 nits of peak brightness with 1300 dimming zones. The TV is going to come in 55, 65, 75 inches, and then it jumps all the way to 98 inches. Now let's follow that one with the QM851G, and as you can tell, the 851G is going to be better than the 751G. This again is a QLED mini LED TV. This TV is going to support 120Hz refresh rates as well, but it can get up to 240Hz refresh rates via VRR thanks to TCL's gaming accelerator. So again, if you have anything that supports 240Hz refresh rates, this TV is going to be able to handle that. This TV is going to get bright. It's going to be bright with 5,000 nits of peak brightness. The TV will also come with 5,000 dimming zones. The TV as well is going to support AMD FreeSync Premium. In the sound department, this TV will support 2.1.2 Dolby Atmos sound. The TV is also going to come in 65, 75. This one will have an 85 inch and then a 98 inch. So this one will come in 4 different sizes, but it drops the 55 inch size. So this TV is going to replace last year's 850 model. This TV is going to be way better on paper than last year's TV. And the reason is because, to give you an idea of the jump on technology that we're getting on this TV, last year's TV only had 2,800 dimming zones. This TV is going to have 5,000. That puts it as an extra 2,200 in case you need some help with math. And then when it comes to peak brightness, that TV, the A50, only hit 2,800. This TV, the A51, is going to hit 5,000. Here we come with a gigantic TV. This is 115-inch mini LED TV QLED from TCL as well, and that's going to be the QM891G. This will be the only size available for this TV. That TV can hit 120Hz refresh rates all the way up to 240Hz refresh rates via VRR as the A51G. So they kind of have the same specs there. Where it changes is that this TV is going to have 20,000 dimming zones, and the reason I will say is mostly because of the size. A bigger TV, so you're going to have more dimming zones. It sounds like a huge number, 20,000 dimming zones. I don't know if really is that big of a jump because of the size. Now, TV is also going to stick with the 5,000 nits of peak brightness, so it isn't going to be brighter than the A51G, so you don't have to worry about missing out on brightness. Now, let's go into the sound department for this TV. This TV is going to have a 6.2.2 channel speaker. The TV will have up-firing speakers for Dolby Atmos, so this TV will actually have the up-firing speakers that hit the ceiling and then bounce down to you to give you that feeling of sound coming from the top of your head. Then we are going to have a built-in subwoofer as well on this TV. So this TV, technically, based on the specs, should be a pretty good home theater addition. Now, those are the top-of-the-line models for TCL. So let's move into the mid to lower tier TVs for TCL this year. Just to make them back TVs, it's just they have different technology. They're not mini LEDs, so you lose those things on these TVs. There's going to be 2 models. We have the Q651G Pro QLED, and then we have the Q651G QLED. These 2 TVs are pretty much going to be the same. The difference between the Pro and the non-Pro is that on the Pro you get full array local dimming, and the non-Pro doesn't have that. So it's probably going to be H-lit or direct lit. I'm not sure. The other difference is going to be in sizes. The Pro is only going to come in 4 sizes. We're going to have the 55, 65, 75, and 85 inch, while the non-Pro is going to add a 43 inch and a 50 inch. So the non-Pro is going to come all the way from 43 inches to 85 inches. Both TVs are going to be, of course, 4K. They're both going to support 120Hz refresh rates, up to 240Hz refresh rates via VRR. So these TVs aren't going to be bad. They're just going to have a different type of technology, which is going to change the image and things like that. Now let's move on to Hisense. Hisense is a brand that has been getting a lot better. They've been improving with every iteration of TVs that they had, unlike Vizio, which seems to have fallen off a cliff for some reason. Let's start with the ULED X. The Hisense ULED X 110UX, as the name says, it's going to be a 110-inch mini LED TV, which, if we're keeping track with TCL's is bigger by 5 inches. This TV will have 40,000 dimming zones, and it can reach up to 10,000 nits of peak brightness. So this TV technically might be smaller than TCL's, but is winning in other parts. Once again, showing the size isn't always better. The TV will support 144 Hz refresh rates right off the box. Is going to have G-Sync compatibility, FreeSync Premium Pro, and Dolby Gaming, so Dolby Vision Gaming. In the sound department, the TV will have 4.2.2 channel speakers, and it will offer Dolby Atmos Flex Connect support. That means that this TV is going to support the wireless Dolby Atmos sound that I spoke about a few months back when it was first announced. So I'm going to include a link for that video in the description section. But it is a pretty good idea if you're not familiar. The idea is that you can do Atmos using wireless speakers around the room where you are setting this up. And what the TV is going to do in this case is going to send a signal to those speakers. The speakers have to be Flex Connect compatible, just so you know. And you'll be able to get your Atmos sound without having to worry about having a speaker wire all around the room. So it's a pretty cool idea. Now the TV is going to be followed by the 98UX, which is also a mini LED TV. This TV is going to have 5,000 nits of peak brightness. It is going to have 10,000 dimming zones. So these TVs seem that they're going to be a little better than TCLs, but also by the number, it is a 98-inch TV, so keep that in mind. This TV is going to have the same features as the 110UX. In the sound department, the TV is going to support a 4.2.2 channel speaker array. It doesn't seem that it's going to do the Flex Connect thing or have as many sound features as the 110, which makes sense. So those are the top of the line TVs coming from Hisense. Now let's go into the mid-level TV lineup from Hisense. Now we're going to have the ULED U8N, the U7N, and the U6N. All of this starts with ULED, and these are QLED screens. They are not mini LED TVs, so they're regular LED TVs. And these TVs are going to have a 3000 nits of peak brightness. The sizes are going to range from 55 inches to 85 inches, so you're going to have a pretty wide range there. The TVs are going to support Dolby Vision. They're going to have IMAX certification for the displays, and they're going to have 144 Hz native refresh rates. They're also going to have a new game bar feature, and we're also going to have G-Sync compatibility, and it's also going to have Dolby Vision gaming compatibility, FreeSync Premium Pro, and the U8N and the U7N will have the new High View Engine Pro, while the U6N will not. So within this lineup, the U8N and the U7N will technically be the top of the line within the mid tier, and the U6N is going to be the bottom of the tier. Finally, for Hisense, we have the U76N ULED, which is a 100-inch QLED TV. So this isn't going to be a mini LED TV like the 98UX and the 110UX. This is going to be a QLED TV, 100 inches, of course 4K, 144 refresh rates. The display is also going to have a IMAX enhanced display. So this TV is going to be the biggest one out of the mid-tier size, being 100 inches. Now let's talk about Samsung. Samsung this year is also doing a lot on the TV department. They're of course trying to outdo LG, right? And they are always going head to head with technology. For years, Samsung was saying that they weren't going to do OLED TVs, that OLED was a bad technology, which is why they stuck with LEDs until finally Samsung was like, this is stupid, we have to go OLED. But the new thing that they're doing is also micro LED. And micro LED is still far away from being a consumer product, but it's going to become that pretty soon. And proof of that is that Samsung is showing off a transparent TV as well, made out of micro LEDs, unlike LG's, which is OLED. Because, also, Samsung wants to get away from OLEDs, which is why they're trying to make micro LED happen. Samsung's micro LED transparent TVs right now are not for sale. This is just a show of what micro LEDs can do compared to OLED. Again, that idea that Samsung wants to get rid of OLED. And so what they're showing off is that micro LEDs can do the same transparent concept that LG has, but better. And the reason why it's better is because the micro LEDs can get brighter, and they're not as impacted by the light in the environment as OLED is. So what they're trying to show here is that while micro LED is not a thing that you can buy yet for your house because it's so expensive, but of course Samsung has given us their 2024 TV lineup, and whether they like it or not, now they have OLED within their lineup, and their OLED TVs have actually gotten really good reviews. The only caveat I have about these Samsung TVs is that they don't support Dolby Vision, and that to me it's a problem. And the reason why it's a problem is because these TVs are so expensive and you're missing out on a feature which is Dolby Vision. So that is my thing with Samsung TVs. Nothing against Samsung, I just wish that they will support Dolby Vision. So this year, the top of the line OLED TV from Samsung is going to be the S95D. And one of the big changes on this TV is glare. They are completely getting rid of glare on the screen. And so this year is going to be the S95D with the glare-free screen, 144 Hz refresh rate. It's going to support FreeSync Premium Pro, and in the sound department is going to have a 70-watt 4.2.2 channel speaker with OTS Plus. OTS Plus, Object Tracking Sound, OTS, and Object Tracking Sound analyzes the input and content, for example, movies, streaming, sports, gaming, and optimizes the sound. What they're saying is that your TV makes the sound move with the action. That is marketing speak, of course. The TV will have a slim design because this TV is going to come with a One Connect box. This model will come in 55, 65, and 77 inches. This TV is going to replace the S95C, which was last year's model. The S95C is 2023 model. S95D is a 2024 model. Now let's talk about the next step down within the OLED TVs, the S90D. The S90D will not have the anti-glare screen. This TV, of course, is also going to be an OLED TV. The TV will support 120 Hz refresh rates. It's going to have the Motion Accelerator Turbo Pro function that gives it 4K 144 Hz VRR support. It's going to have FreeSync Premium. And in the sound department, it's going to have Dolby Atmos certified speakers. Assumption is that this TV will have pretty much the same features that the S95D is going to have, minus a One Connect box and minus the anti-glare screen. Then we have Samsung's mini LED TVs. This is going to be their Neo QLED TVs. Whoa. Starting with a QN900D. And this is going to be an 8K TV, which is going to have 240 Hz refresh rates via VRR. So this is going to be when you're playing games. The TV will be packing the newest processor from Samsung, which is the NQ8 AI Gen 3 processor. Some of the features offered are the 8K AI Upscaling Pro, which, as its name suggests, is going to help upscale 4K images and SD images to 8K resolution, or to make it look good on an 8K screen, since there's no 8K content. AI Motion Enhancer Pro, what technically this is going to do is if you're watching sporting events and things like that that have a lot of movement in the screen, it's supposed to smooth out the image, kind of allow you to get rid of that blurriness when there's a lot of action on the screen. Of course, it's going to do this using AI, which I don't really know how great that's going to look. I personally prefer to have all these things turned off because I don't want anything influencing and changing the image of what I'm watching. But if you're a person who likes those kind of things, this TV is going to offer it. On the sound department, we're going to get OTS Pro, again, Object Tracking Sound Pro, 90 watt 6.2.4 channel speakers that are going to be Dolby Atmos certified. This TV is going to come in 65, 75, 85, and 98 inches. The QN800D, which is also the Neo QLED TV, is going to have pretty much the same features as the 900D, except that is going to do it at a smaller scale. So for example, it's going to have a Quantum Super Resolution feature, but it's not going to be Pro. So technically, I guess you're going to get the smoothing of the image not as good as the upper thing. This is why these kind of features are so stupid in my opinion, because it makes no sense. But that's what they say. So the 800D is going to be a little bit less feature heavy as a 900D. So you're going to get a tier below of features than what you get with a 900D. But what does that mean? I don't know. This TV is also going to be 8K. It's going to be 120 hertz display with a potential of 165 hertz via VRR. Now the TV is going to come in 65, 75, and 85 inches. So that's all the TV offerings from CES. I am excited to see what LG is going to offer, as I said in my previous video, with their OLED TVs. I am very curious about how much better the M series and the G series are going to be compared to last year's models, and how much worse the C series might be. I know I didn't talk about those things in this video, but if you have seen the other video about the LG TVs, this is going to make more sense to you. Now, TCL, I think, is doing a great job with their TVs. I was very impressed when I looked at that TCL TV, even though it was like the bottom of that TV lineup that I did a review on. I will include the video in the description section as well. I was very impressed with how good the TV did, even though it was a economy TV. And their other TVs have been getting so much better. A mini LED TV is finally coming to really threaten what OLED has been doing, right? I know you still don't get the super inky blacks that you get in OLED, but the blacks on those TVs are so much better than any other LED TV can give you. And I know that mini LED TVs are still pretty expensive compared to regular LED TVs, but if you're a person who's looking for an LED TV, mini LEDs are the best way to go if you want to get the best picture possible. Hisense has been surprising me for a while. My grandma has a Hisense TV that I was thinking about doing a review on, but I never got around to doing it. And I was very surprised with how good the TV looked. I was surprised. It was the first time I had seen a Hisense TV in person in a house. I helped her, get all that calibration and everything set up. And I was very surprised with that TV. Samsung, I know every time I talk about Samsung sounds like I'm trashing Samsung, but I'm not. I know that they have quality displays. I know they do a really good job with their TVs. My biggest problem with Samsung is that they pack so much extra software and technology into their TVs that I personally not interested in, because I turn all of those things off anyway, that to me kind of loses some of its value. Because if I'm not using any of those features, and for example doesn't support Dolby Vision, then to me I would just be spending so much money for something that I'm not really going to take advantage of. And so that's my issue with Samsung. But this is what we can expect coming in the next few months from all these companies. Now, if you have any questions about any of the TVs that you've seen, if you have any questions about anything in general, let me know in the comments section. That is it for me. Go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.